Mr. Schisler?
Yes.
I have not seen Mr. Stanford as of yet. It's only 4 after. My default time is 10:15. So if you have something else you need to do for 10 minutes.
Yeah, I can just do other things on my computer. I'll mute myself.
Okay, thank you, sir. Mr. Stanford, would you turn your video on for me, please? Thank you. This is 210929GC Gateway Financial versus Stanford. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Zachary Schisler, P number 82247, appearing on behalf of the plaintiff, Gateway Financial.
State your name for me, please, Mr. Stanford.
Salahuddin Stanford.
Thank you. This matter is before the court this morning for a pretrial conference. This matter was originally scheduled for August the 3rd, 2021, at which time it was scheduled for 10 a.m. The court called the case and Mr. Stanford was here, but at 10:18, plaintiff had failed to appear. Based on that, the court indicated to Mr. Stanford that the matter would in fact be dismissed. Mr. Schisler arrived at 10:20, so 2 minutes after you departed, Mr. Stanford, and I had my secretary attempt to call you to see if you could get back on so that we could conduct the pretrial. She was unable to reach you, so we had the matter rescheduled. It is this court's policy to allow approximately 15 minutes for both parties to arrive. So that being the case, the matter was rescheduled for pretrial for this morning. That's just the procedural history so you understand why you're back here on a case that you thought had been resolved. So there is a summons and complaint in the file. The court did receive and review your answer, Mr. Stanford. My question to you is, have you had an opportunity, Mr. Stanford, to speak to either Mr. Schisler or someone from his office regarding this matter?
I did like a year, I think almost a year ago, but not since then.
Would it be helpful for you to speak this morning in a breakout room or a private room regarding possibly resolving this matter?
Yes.
Okay, you're going to see an invitation to join room 1. Hit join. You meet with the attorney and you can discuss maybe a settlement or how the parties are going to go forward, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. That's okay. Are you coming around to replace these 4 chairs, these 4 fabric chairs?
Yes,
I looked and you have the same thing with that weird high top chair in your witness box.
yeah. But there was confusion about we need these.
No.
These.
Yeah.
We might do the same thing.
No, you can't. Wheels.
Oh, that's right.
Because we use those at the table and they're hard to scoop. That style on wheels would be perfect. Yes, thank you. Mary Ann, did you hear that magical moment?
I am so excited. Yes.
Here's the problem. It started with Paisley. And once you start twisting back and forth in that chair with that squeak,
Yeah, that's all
I
you
understand it.
Not just you. I could hear it too. I can hear it from where I sit out there. And you're
Oh,
closer.
good. And that's always my concern. I'm always able to hear the testimony, but I worry about the squeak on the recording part of it.
Yeah, yeah. You can hear the squeak, but it doesn't, I can hear the testimony over the squeak though.
And then we had, I can't remember what department he was with, had an officer testify who he was tall, between his gun belt and his radio and all the other stuff, the other chair was just a tight fit. And I felt bad for him because he testified for probably 20 minutes or so. So I talked to Officer Brooks. So for a arm-free chair with wheels that either does not squeak or we can WD-40, doesn't matter to me how we do it. But Judge Oakley just indicated maybe the chairs like the jury chairs, but with wheels.
So are they bringing them in or are they just ordering them right now?
I think they're just teasing me. I don't know who he was with because they were in the center hall, so I could see him and I couldn't hear the voice of the person. So I don't know. Maybe they're just doing an inventory check because his courtroom has the same, like we have the brown fabric chairs. He has that same style of chair, and his witness box is that tall black chair that used to be at security.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And
Yeah,
it would be nice if it was.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just saying there'd be nice if there were uniformity.
Well, there could be a glimmer of hope then.
Well, I'm just thinking when we get back to jury trials or more in-person dockets, and you have a prosecutor who's sitting in the same chair for 3 hours, or you have a defense attorney who's sitting in the same chair for 2 hours, you would like it not to be the rip chair.
Absolutely.
Call them silly, but what else is going on this morning? How does a cone of freshly swirled frozen beer soft serve custard sound?
Whoa, wait, say that again?
There is a new brewery in Ferndale. Oh, sorry. Yep, second location in Ferndale for this brewery where they serve, I can't be reading this right. Frozen beer soft serve custard.
Well, I'm not a beer
Oh.
person, so that does, but you're like, wait, I think I might try that.
I can't even wrap my mind around. I'm okay with Frosty Boy that has a strawberry soft serve. It's very good. It tastes like strawberry quick, but I'd never seen. Anyway, I digress. I'm just waiting for my parties to come back. House-made, sorry. They will serve house-made draft brews, kombucha, cider, and wine. Interesting. They do drinks to go, which city designated social district. You can buy alcoholic drinks in special cups and walk throughout the designated social district, which I think they must have in downtown Belleville because there's a sign on the door. Oh, did I tell you we actually went to Egan's?
No, when did you do that?
So finally, I don't know, within the last 2 weeks, I was extremely pleased. We had the best service. Food was good. Atmosphere was nice. We ran into somebody we knew, which was, always nice. But there was a sign on the door about if you're participating in something. So I know that you can order drinks there. I can't remember what they call it, but that they have the downtown social district.
Drinks to go. Huh. Is that the first time that you've eaten there?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I didn't think you'd been there before.
No reason other than, you know what it's like, you get into a rut and you go to the same places over and over.
Yeah.
And the Belleville Chamber does this great job, and so does the DDA to a certain extent, of highlighting local businesses. And so I shop local when I can. And I don't think about, well, I do think about, but I hadn't put Egan's on the top of my list. You know, I'll go to Crafted, I'm at the library, I'll go to Twisted, we'll go to, you know, wherever. Was that sufficient time in the breakout room, or had you timed out?
Nope, that was
That's
sufficient
fine.
time.
Okay. So, Mr. Schisler, you've had an opportunity to speak to Mr. Stanford. Do you have any settlement in this matter?
Yes, we're going to be submitting a proposed stipulated dismissal in this case. I can put the terms on the record if you would prefer.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah, so we are going to do a stipulated dismissal, and Mr. Stanford is going to pay $7,000 by March 1st of 2022. And if he does not make all of those payments by March 1st of 2022, then we would have the right to come back to court and get in a default judgment for the full amount in the summons and complaint.
Is Mr. Stanford making payments between now and March 1st of 2022, or is it just $7,000 by that date?
Just $7,000 by that date. He was going to make a big payment up front, but just to keep it cleaner and easier, I told him it doesn't matter when he makes the payments.
Mr. Stanford, is that your understanding of your settlement of this matter?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so Mr. Schisler's office will send you a document. I don't know if you're calling it conditional dismissal, settlement agreement, whatever you're going to call it, that you will pay a total, Mr. Stanford, a total of $7,000 by March 1st of 2022.
Yes.
And you understand that if you default and don't pay that $7,000 by March 1st of 2022, that default judgment could enter against you for the amount I'm originally listed in the complaint in this matter?
Yes.
And Mr. Schisler, are you sending that by email or snail mail to Mr. Stanford?
I'm going to email it to him.
Okay, so Mr. Stanford, get it, sign it, send it back to Mr. Schisler, and he'll send it to the court for signature. If for some reason we don't see it, probably in the next 28 days, you'll get a lack of progress notice, okay?
Okay.
Anything else on behalf of Gateway?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Stanford?
No, ma'am.
We're all set. You both have a wonderful day, and I'll await your paperwork. Thank you.
Thank
All right,
you.
Thank you.